Hey, Insiders!
We are back again with Sora!
Wait. Why is Sora here?
Because it's a Kingdom Hearts episode!
Yeah. So I shouldn't be wearing my Star Wars shirt?
No! That's for in a few weeks.
Oh! Better?
Yes.
Much
Alright,
better.
I'm ready for our Sora interview!
Alright, let's go.
Hey.
Hey, Insiders!
Hey.
We're back again with Sora!
From Kingdom Hearts.
And in this episode, we are going to be telling you everything you need to know about the series so you're ready to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes. Now, we might not be able to tell you everything about the plot because it's really long and confusing.
And very complicated.
Very
Yes.
complicated.
So we made a very condensed list about the top 5 things you need to know before you can play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Exactly, just to get a general understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, so if you're new to the series and you're playing the game and you're like, what is all this?
Well, we are going to explain it, and we have to give you a full disclosure. There may be some tangents in here as we get excited about the game.
There may be
a
tangents
lot.
and excitement. There may be, for you experts out there, there may be like a few things that we didn't completely cover.
And
but
a few
we're
little
trying to keep it simple.
references to different points of the game.
Yeah! Number 1!
The
Yes.
plot is very complicated.
Very, very complicated.
Yes, and to make matters a little tougher, the games came out in a different order than they are chronologically, so it can get a little hairy.
It
A
can.
little bit, yeah.
So, like, the first game that was released, Kingdom Hearts 1, is actually in the middle of the chronological order.
Yeah, pretty
Actually,
much center.
the first one in the story is Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, but that came much later and it's just a phone app.
Yes. But the most important one to start is Birth by Sleep, because that's where we meet our main bad guy, Xehanort, and his evil plan to take over the world.
Exactly, because what bad guy doesn't want to take over the world?
Right?
He's got a point. So then fast forward to me, we're at Kingdom Hearts 1, and it's my story of how I get my keyblade, the Kingdom Key.
The Kingdom Key, and he must go around saving different worlds who've been taken over by darkness.
Yes,
And,
alongside Donald and Goofy.
And find his friends.
and
Exactly.
King Mickey.
Yes.
It's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's move on to the next one
The next
chronologically.
game is Chain of Memories, and I go on another quest to find my friends. And I go to
Because,
this...
why not?
Yeah.
Still
I
can't
mean,
find them.
They're kind of...
They're kind of like
Lost.
wanderers.
They're kind of lost. Anyways.
We can get into that later.
I go to this castle, and as I'm fighting this castle, I meet new
You're
bad
fighting
guys.
a castle?
I'm fighting what's in the castle.
Oh! As he's
Yes.
fighting what's in the castle.
As
As I'm fighting what's in the castle, I meet people called Organization 13.
And he kind of loses his memories.
As I'm going up, I'm
Just a little
losing
bit.
my memories, and it's kind of strange.
It is. It's very strange.
I don't know what's happening. It's kind of funny, because I have Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder in the game, and he writes everything down, and even that's getting erased.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a very
he
funny
gets very
moment.
annoyed
Oh,
because
it's
all this work
hilarious.
he's done to write down all their adventures.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Cut to clip of Jiminy Cricket writing everything down, having it get erased.
Let's have a look. Oh, how could it be? What's the matter? Oh, my entries, they're gone. Every page is blank.
What do we do?
So what it turns out is that there's this girl Naminé who is actually erasing Sora's memory.
Exactly.
But at the end of
Luckily-
the game, spoiler alert, if you're gonna play it, Naminé actually becomes a good guy and restores Sora's memory, putting him to sleep.
Yes, I have
Along
to be
with
asleep
Donald and
with
Goofy.
Donald and Goofy, and we're in this weird, pod, and our memories are getting restored.
To remember again, we have to sleep in that?
Yes. It's going to take a little time, but I'll take care of you.
So next game.
358 over 2 days.
Yes, what an interesting name, because it's a game that takes over 358 days.
Right.
So
anyways, it's a story about my nobody, which we'll get into later, Roxas, and she goes on this quest collecting hearts for Organization 13.
Because they kind of picked him up because he didn't really know what was going on.
And then at the end of it, he finally merges with Sora so that Sora can get all of his memories back.
Mm-hmm.
alright.
And that's where Kingdom Hearts 2 starts.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is about Sora going on yet another quest to collect hearts and find Organization 13 because they've been causing trouble with the whole Roxas thing.
Oh
And
yeah.
they need to be stopped.
Exactly.
They do.
So Sora goes and saves worlds from the darkness, continuing his original path, as he also is looking for Organization 13 and still finding his friends.
Yeah, always. He
Always
always has
finding
to
his
find his
friends.
friends.
Yes.
Alright, so next game.
The next game is Dream Drop Distance, where me and my best friend Riku we go on the Mark of Mastery exam to become Keyblade Masters and not just wielders. And
But
it gives
masters.
us
So Sora and Riku are actually going to be Keyblade Masters. However,
Yes.
the only two Keyblade Masters are Mickey and
Aqua.
Yes,
But
she's
Aqua's
a little
kinda-
lost right now.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, so really it's just
Wow.
Mickey.
It's just Mickey.
Mhm.
So anyways, Riku and I are on our test, and if we pass the test, we'll become Keyblade Masters. But Xehanort, that we talked about, the original bad guy, kind of gets in the way, and Riku passes, but I do not.
Yeah, so in Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora picks up trying to become a Keyblade Master, and
He's
we don't know what
trying to
happens
relearn
yet.
his powers.
So we will have to see what happens in the new game, which brings us to number 2.
Okay, so we just realized that we gave you a bunch of details without really telling you what the Hearts, Heartlesses, and Nobodies actually are.
So at number 2, we're going to be telling you what Hearts, Heartless, and Nobodies are.
Exactly. So hearts aren't really like a blood-pumping organ. They have to do with like the soul of a person.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or
and
a world, or a place.
world. Yes, it's
Or-
the soul
yeah.
of a world. You can find the heart in a world, and that's how you save it.
So when the heart, or a soul of a person, is overcome by darkness, they actually become a Heartless, which is a tiny little creature that's
It's
That's
a tiny
black,
little
doesn't
shadow
have a
monster
heart.
that attacks people and makes
Yeah.
other people be overcome by darkness.
Exactly.
Right. And these heartless can be controlled by greater evils like Maleficent.
Yeah, we're bringing
Or
into the Disney character.
Xehanort.
Yes.
Exactly.
Or Xehanort. And the more important one is that a nobody appears. A nobody is like a heartless, except they're much smarter than heartless and can look like people instead of these weird monsters.
Yeah, so they're pretty much people except they have no heart, and some of them are actually just monsters.
Exactly.
Yes. And that pretty much explains nobodies.
Yeah.
I have a nobody because
His name is Roxas. He's
Yes.
actually one of the coolest characters in the game, but it
He's
is
very
known
interesting.
that nobodies can't actually feel emotion.
they
but
don't have emotion.
but then you kind of see Roxas
Right.
have an emotion.
Because my heart is so
It's-
pure.
Exactly.
It's uncertain, as we
Yes,
say.
it's unclear.
Yes.
It's unclear.
Along with Nominee.
Yeah, nominate. They're heartless. They have no emotions, but do they? Because they have friends, and if
They
you
have
have friends,
friends.
you have emotions.
And they
Yeah.
care about those people. But anyways, it's a little confusing.
It's-
but yeah,
Unclear.
yes. But
Anyways.
those are the nobodies.
So there's hearts, heartlesses, and nobodies explained very quickly.
Yes.
On to number 3. So now that we talked about hearts, heartlesses, and nobodies, we're going to talk about the Keyblade.
That's right,
Exactly.
number 3.
This is the very special weapon that only a few people get to wield. I was lucky enough to be able to wield
Yeah.
it. It is an awesome weapon, and it can be used to unlock the Heartless. So if Adam was fighting with a sword, per se,
Huh!
hey, that's pretty
Ooh.
cool. So anyways, if Adam was fighting with this sword, if he were to defeat a Heartless, it would disappear, but it wouldn't do much.
Exactly. It would pretty much just, die.
Yeah.
Oh!
But if it's killed by a Keyblade, the heart actually gets released and the person returns to themselves.
Yeah, it's pretty much saving people once they
Exactly.
destroy a heartless.
So that's why I'm on my quest, and I'm also restoring the heart of the world. Because once I find the heart of the world, all the Heartless are immediately returned.
Exactly.
Sure.
And there are tons of different kinds of Keyblades, but it's a very powerful weapon. That's very cool.
Yes.
It also allows you to wield magic, as addition to
Exactly.
just being a fencing item.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. It's pretty cool, and that explains Keyblades.
Yeah.
Which takes us
To number 4.
Number 4 is
right.
getting to know your heroes and villains.
Exactly. The main protagonist of the series is me, Sora.
Yep.
And I am going on my quest alongside Donald and Goofy, who are Disney characters, as you probably know. And there's also Mickey Mouse, who is another Keyblade wielder. who's
He's actually a Keyblade Master.
exactly
He is.
one
He's
of
a
the
Keyblade
few.
master. And he's a king of a little town called Disneytown.
Exactly.
Ooh.
He's the king of Disneytown, and we get to visit that, and it's pretty cool. And they also incorporate a bunch of other Disney characters.
Yeah.
My favorite ship that I fly to go to the different worlds is called a Gummy ship, and Chip and Dale actually built that.
Oh, that's so
they're
cool.
The engineers of the Gummy ship, and it's pretty epic.
And as we mentioned before, Sora is joined on all of his journeys by Jiminy Cricket.
Yes.
Yeah, who sits on his shoulder. Now, when you go to different worlds, every world is actually from a different Disney movie.
Exactly.
From all the different games, so it's like a major Kingdom Hearts Disney crossover.
Exactly.
It's very cool.
But
Uh,
the Kingdom Hearts characters themselves are very different.
They
Yes.
The heroes are Sora,
Sora, my two friends Riku and Kairi,
are. Yeah?
Aqua, Terra, and Ven.
who are 3 other Keyblade wielders from the past that we're currently trying to find in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
So that's
And
pretty
not
much
to mention, we also have Axel and Roxas and Nominee. So
Exactly.
those are your heroes.
Very
that kind of
heroes.
that kind of wraps up the heroes, and we go to the villain side.
And so the main antagonist of the series is Xehanort.
Right. Xehanort is the main bad guy of the series, and he's planning to take over.
So that brings us to the heroes and the villains that are actually Disney characters.
Exactly. There's obviously Donald and Goofy.
Right, and
Right.
Mickey, who's obviously the Keyblade wielder, and
Yes.
Yensid, who is the master of everything.
Exactly.
Yes,
He's
it
kind
is.
of everyone's
Yeah.
master in terms of the light realm. There's also Minnie and Daisy.
Yeah, but as you go through the different worlds, you can actually fight Scar, you can fight Hades, you can fight Captain
Yeah.
Hook. There are so many different bad guys that are
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
characters, and I
And
think that's very cool.
There's cool heroes too. You can fight alongside Hercules and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
And Peter Pan and Ariel.
yeah, Peter. Oh man,
Exactly.
when you go under the sea, he literally has a mermaid tail that looks
Yes.
so
Yes.
cool.
And
Sora
Donald is like
is a
this weird
merman.
fish thing. It's hilarious.
It's great.
Yeah, but this entire game is overshadowed by the looming figure of Xehanort, the main
Exactly.
bad guy.
He's the main bad guy.
Which brings us to number 5.
Number 5, our last most important thing you need to know is Xehanort's quest and his main goal.
Exactly.
He is trying to create an ultimate weapon called the keyblade, which
It is actually spelled X-Blade, which is different than a keyblade. It's actually a key blade, and the spelling of it is supposed to make it like an
this
entirely
is
different
called
weapon.
Kingdom Key.
Although
and this-
apparently sometimes it can be pronounced Keyblade, though not many people do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. So like this is called Kingdom Key, and that one is just called Keyblade.
Exactly.
The Keyblade.
So the only way that you can forge a keyblade is if an all-out keyblade war happens,
Exactly.
and an equal amount of light and dark clash, and that is when the keyblade is
Exactly.
forged.
And there was something that happened. Xehanort tried it in an earlier quest, and the keyblade was actually almost forged, but then it shattered into 20 pieces, 13
did.
of darkness and 7 of light. So now Xehanort is gathering 13 dark figures to come and fight, and I, along with Master Yensid and Mickey, have to gather 7 lights.
So Sora is gathering the 7 lights, while Xehanort is gathering.
The 13 darknesses.
Exactly.
And
it's
they
gonna
will
be,
clash in the Keyblade War.
and it's gonna be an epic battle, and that's gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, so there's our first little thing we said about Kingdom Hearts 3 is where we'll finally get a
Exactly.
look at the Keyblade War, which has been highly anticipated
Yes.
since the beginning of the
And
games.
unveil Master Xehanort's final plan.
Well, there you have it.
That's pretty much sums it up. If you're looking to play Kingdom Hearts 3, those are some good things that you'll get to know.
So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Disneyland Insiders so that you
Exactly.
do not miss
You
anything.
don't want to miss out on a single bit.
We're gonna have so much fun. Kingdom Hearts 3 is big, is highly anticipated. We've been waiting for this game for years.
Yeah.
And we're gonna finally get to play it.
Yep.
See you next time.
Let's
Your
go!
heart, your guiding key.
Bye.